you can only let yourself feel like shit for 5 minutes. 5 minutes and then everything's good. You can sit down, you can cry, you can turn on a little candle or like listen to some nice music, but you can't stay sad for more than 5 minutes. You need to emote and process. Absolutely. If it takes you more than 5 minutes, obviously, like I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying you can't let yourself stay in that place. It doesn't matter what the feelings are that are rising. If you have a goal that is going to remove you from feeling like that constantly, you need to minimize the reaction that you have towards the situation that you're trying to get out of so that you can actually get out of it. This environment cannot resonate with you anymore if you're going to get out of it. The effects on your emotions, it can't linger. Have your cry, feel like shit. Don't go to bed feeling like shit because you will feel horrible tomorrow. You sit down and then you make a plan. Plan your fucking exit and make everything that you do work towards it. If you find yourself stuck, if you find yourself trapped, if you find yourself feeling like nothing that you do is actually like amplifying you or expanding you, even if it is things that like were doing so, look around in your environment and really check in with yourself to see if like the things that you're doing for yourself. You're doing for your growth, for your expansion, for your abundance. No one is gonna come and save you. I am the only person that can change my environment, my life, my direction. If you need money, get a job. If you can't get a job because the job market sucks, start selling things online. Start selling your voice. Start selling like PDFs on Etsy, like anything. But you need to do it for yourself because nobody's gonna come and save you. It does not matter how anxious or depressed you are in a situation. If you cannot remove yourself from those sentiments to actually make a plan your exit and execute it, and also give yourself the patience for it to actually happen, you're never gonna go anywhere. You're gonna stay stuck. If you go to bed with those feelings of anxiety, depression, feeling stuck, feeling like you're not worthy, feeling like nothing you do is good enough or is gonna take you where you wanna go, then that's exactly what's going to happen the next day. Every single day, we're formulating the next one. Like every single day is building onto the next one. There is no tomorrow, today, yesterday. Nothing is separate. Maybe time, we feel it and it's happening linearly, but nothing is linear. Everything is happening everywhere all at the same time. If you can imagine yourself becoming somebody in the future, then you can become that person. That person already exists and they're calling to you. They're giving you the visions of what you look like in that reality. If you do this, if you do that, if you do whatever the planet says that you need to do. But you need to make a plan that works for you. I know that it can get better because it was better. It was better. And now I am really appreciating the freedom, the independence, the autonomy that I had over my own life. And I didn't even know that I was losing it when I was losing it. Once it was lost, it was lost. And I've been stuck and lost for the past year. It's been multiple times that I've told myself, I'm going to do this. I'm going to enact this plan. I'm going to go on with this project. And because I've been afraid to do the wrong thing, because I have been afraid that it's not the correct path for me to go to in this moment, I haven't gotten anywhere. Go in any direction, okay? It does not matter. You have to go in any direction that you can so that you can get to the next place and the next place, because we are building things on top of each other and it is not like independently growing all at the same. No, nothing is growing independently from each other, especially if you are the person that it is coming from. Your plans don't work because you are not being consistent and disciplined within one practice. You can't expect everything to move and like go forward if you're putting your attention to many different things and you're not focusing on one thing. That one thing isn't going to grow the way that you want it to grow, the way that it could exponentially grow if you do not give it the chance for it to grow. You need to put everything you have into your exit plan. everything, okay? You cannot go to bed feeling depressed, anxious, lost, or like hopeless. You can't, okay? You need to sit down, and even if you don't fucking believe it, you need to sit down and you need to ask yourself, what is happening? Okay, I feel powerless. Perfect. I'm going to do affirmations for powerful. To feel powerful, to feel empowered, to feel like connected to my body, connected to my mission, connected to my core pillars, connected to like my values. But you can't sit there and be like, oh, I'm just going to be sad and tomorrow's going to be better. You need to be proactive. You need to be the person that is making things better for yourself, because nobody else is going to do that. If people are making things better for your life and for yourself, they are doing it in a way that is also selfish. Maybe not inherently, but it is their perspective of what is best for you. And that's not necessarily what is best for you according to you and the life that you want to live. Maybe you have something completely different in mind. Maybe you have something that like makes sense to you and it doesn't make sense to others. How are people supposed to como help you with your vision if they don't understand your vision, if you can't communicate it, if you can't sit down and know what it is that you want? Clarity is going to give you not only like the place that you want to like get to and like the visualization to be there, but it's going to give you the feelings that you want to inhabit once you get there. That is the real twist when it comes to trying to get yourself out of somewhere. You need to connect with the place that you want to be at. Okay? You need to be connected to the end goal. See the big picture and not just see it, feel it. Feel like the person that you are when you are already there. Nothing is going to change for you if you don't change it for yourself. Okay? You can sit down and you can manifest with every single full moon and every single new moon and be like, oh, I want this, I want this. But if you don't work for it, if you don't take in charge of that energy and you're not making it into something that you can actually move and the planet can move for you, nothing is going to change for you. You can ask, you can visualize, you can dream, you can journal. But if there is no action behind those words, nothing is going to happen the way that you want it to. And it's going to like break your heart so much that you finally like took a chance on the universe and you were like, yes, I want this. This is my perfect life. This is what I want. This is what I want to accomplish. And then none of those things happening because you couldn't take advantage of that energy and put yourself in a place where you already had all those things that you wanted, that you're already acting like the person that you are once you've left your situation. You need to start being that person now, because acting like the person that got you into this situation is not going to get you out of it, okay? It's not helping that every night you feel bad about yourself. It's not helping that you get stuck in the feeling of not progressing. Even if it's so small, you need to notice that. You need to take that very small thing and say to yourself, I am the fucking best because I did that. You need to celebrate yourself. You need to validate yourself because you need to build trust in yourself. If you're feeling stuck, disempowered in some place or situation or with like a group of people, something has taken away your power. It doesn't matter how small, but you need to take advantage of whatever is happening and make that your own. Okay? You're not doing any of this shit for anybody else but yourself. Maybe you're a mom and you have kids and I get it, like different situation. But even then, it is for your glory, right? It is for you being able to live a life that's comfortable for you and your children if you have children. I want to live a life that like suits me, that suits the things that I want to do, that supports me. And I can't do that if I am stuck in a mentality that is continuously putting me back in a place where I'm stuck, in a place where I don't validate myself, I don't validate my feelings, a place where like I can't express myself or be the person that I am. My point is, you can't mold yourself to the places to exist in. You need to create spaces for you as the person that you are and not as the person that other people want you to be. It doesn't matter if your goals and their goals are aligned and like they want the same things for you as yourself. You need to put that to the side and like really focus on the energy of you want this for yourself. I don't give two shits if somebody wants something from me. If I want it for myself, then I'm going to do it. If like the off comment comes where it's like, oh, like I pushed you to do this and da 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 da, like I'm so good for what you did, absolutely not. You take that back. Did you take me to the gym every single day? Did you feed me every single meal? No. Did you sit down and meditate and told me breathe? No. Did you sit me down and like have me write affirmations after affirmations for hours? Every single week, coming back to the same place mentally and trying to focus my mental energy, even if it's something that's so impossible for me to do. It's super hard to do the things that you do, and I need you to give yourself more credit, okay? It's super hard to do the things that you do, and I need you to give yourself more credit. Waking up in the morning for some people is a battlefield, okay? So don't like make your accomplishments smaller just because they're like mundane, okay? Living is already an experience that is so like, it brings so much triumph and joy. That's what life is supposed to be about. Every single day is supposed to feel like a triumph, not like you're stuck, you're disempowered, you're anxious, you're trying always to looking for the next thing. You live like, sometimes I will sit in bed and I will be so depressed that I just sit there and I'm like, I'm just waiting for the next day to come because I'm done today. I'm done. I can't do anything else. You can't let yourself fall. We need to like process in the moment that we need to process. We're not always going to have like a therapist ready to talk to or like a friend that you can always call. Like sometimes it's really just you and yourself, and that's it. And like maybe talking to yourself helps, and maybe journaling helps. And like for me, I like talking to the camera because I see myself and I'm like, I'm talking to you, girl. Like I am talking to you. You need to give yourself more credit for living your life because you are doing so fucking good and you don't give yourself enough credit, okay? You're trying new things, you're trying to create good habits, and everything in your like mind and everything in your environment is telling you that you are not good enough, that you are not safe, right? But every single day, fighting that and doing what it is that you need to do for yourself is so triumphant, and I need you to celebrate that, okay? Feeding yourself, going out for a walk, really taking care of your mental health and like checking in with yourself, with other people, with professionals. You do those things. Nobody taught you to take care of yourself. And you had to learn these things. And you, unfortunately, a lot of the times as humans, we have to learn things the hard way for those lessons to really stick, okay? But if you fall into the feelings that you are trying to move away from and you let yourself live in them for hours, going to sleep with them, dreaming with those emotions, I'm sorry, but you're creating the reality that you want to see the next day. You're not changing your reality by sitting in those feelings. You need to process them and you need to let them out of your body. You need to go for a walk, you need to stretch, you need to do some yoga, maybe go for a run, maybe hit something, okay? Break it if you have to. I do not care, but those feelings have to get out of you. Because if you don't let those feelings out of you, if you don't cry, if you don't hit something, if you don't like get those feelings out, they're going to stay stuck inside of you, and you're not only going to stay like stuck in your environment and in your mind, you're going to be stuck with disease, because all of those emotions that you do not process, that you don't digest, all of it becomes diseases. Okay, I'm reading The Body Keeps the Score, and like so far it's like the medicine behind like the physiological and the psychological, and how all of it is so intertwined. And like we've known this, like holistic care is all about like putting all of those things together and like making them make sense. You need to let go. I do not care what way that you choose to do it, you need to let go, okay? It's impossible for you to change your life and change nothing about it. That's literally the definition of insanity, okay? Doing something over and over and over again and yet expecting different results, that is literally the definition of insanity. So if you don't change the things in your life and you don't change the way you wake up, the way you go to sleep, the way that you, your relationship with food, the way that you literally like dress yourself, the way that you feel about yourself, if you don't change those things, nothing is going to change in your life for you. Even changing the most minuscule thing and like growing from there into a gradual habit that becomes big and like a routine or whatever, when that's so much better than staying stuck trying to do something big every time and failing a week later. Take patience with yourself, because we literally have our whole lives to get this right. I was recently told in a tarot reading that I only have 1 year to get my health in check. I have problems with sugar. I have a very unhealthy relationship with food, and I cannot expect myself not to get sick if I don't change that. Even though changing it is so hard and it feels so frustrating, so be it. It has to be that way, because doing that in a way that is actually proactive and changing my habits and changing the way that I eat and changing the schedules that I eat, changing my cortisol, changing my hormones, it changes everything, and everything has to change, because if it doesn't, you're just going to end up in the exact same place that you are right now. So what's it going to be? Are you going to gradually change your life? Are you going to cold turkey change your life? I do not care. But it has to change, okay? That's all we know, and every single step along the way counts. Every single step that you do towards that counts. Everything is deserved for celebration and validation, okay? You are your strongest soldier, and if you don't put yourself in line and actually change your life, nothing is going to change. So feel your feelings, plan your exit, and execute it. Go for it. Full speed away. I'm in the same boat as you, so let's fucking go.